If I hear one more I should do it, I'm going to scream. If you're tired of the old cookie-cutter marketing advice and want to take your personal brand to the next level with bold, actionable strategies that truly reflect you, you're in the right place. Let's untangle your marketing mayhem with Zoe, the video confidence coach, on the Unboring Your Brand podcast. Unboring Your Brand was recorded on Wadawurrung land. Let's talk about those little tiny gremlins of these little tiny that are telling us what we should be doing with our life and with our business. Flick, flick. Let's dig in today. As you can imagine, shoulds in big air quotes are just unsolicited advice that you get given from somewhere. That's what we're going to discuss right now. So when it comes to the should, now this is something that can come from internally, and for a lot of women and non-binary folk, a lot of shoulds seem to be almost feel like part of your DNA, that feel like your like your body at this point, which is really sad and really annoying. And it's conditions from society, from loved ones, from mentors, from people you look up to, and even people that you look down upon. You somehow still internalize all of these shoulds that really impact how you live your life, or how you run your business, or how you grow your brand. Like, you should be more successful by now. You should be making 6 figures by your second quarter. Blah, 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 blah. Bunch of numbers, by the way. You should be more like your cousin who's a dentist. Dentists are cool people. If you're a dentist and you're a cool person, please message me. I just haven't met any. I kid. I'm sure you're fine. The only thing that I should be doing is minding my own business. And of course, these people, usually this should comes from a place of meaning well. Your parent is worried about you. Your family member is worried about how you're acting or how you're appearing online. And sometimes this can come from a place of love, but most of the times it comes from a place of wanting to seek normalcy, wanting to seek comfort. Not for you, even though they're telling you. It's more seeking comfort for them. They don't want things to change because when you were struggling, you were maybe more there for them. Or when you were struggling, they were able to swoop in and help you and save you. Now, of course, that's me looking a bit negative on it, but these shoulds are perpetuated through society and keep revolving around our heads, and internally we end up doing the same thing, perpetuating the cycle that push our family members, our friends, our business partners, our business mentors, people that we come across. We keep pushing those shoulds to the point where we don't even question them anymore. We believe them. And that can be quite depressing when you look at it objectively. I would like to tell you a story. And if you have heard my backstory, hats off to you, I commend you. Why not draft me an email and let me know how you're finding the podcast so far. For everyone else, join me on this story. So, I started my business, my first business, when I was 14 years old in high school because no one would hire me. I was 14 and 9 months, which in Australia means you can work. You can go to work. And I didn't have the connections. I didn't have the family friend. And I had to build my own thing from the ground up while using school, internet, and very old computers. And ultimately, my businesses, yes, failed, but I started new ones. I pivoted myself and my brand because it's ultimately mine. It's not someone else's playbook. My life is my life. And the shoulds of other people's expectations, their fears, their regrets, not mine. And maybe some of the bigger shoulds that really stick inside you maybe are a combination of the two. Maybe a combination of their fears and regrets, but also yours, and they stick in you, these shoulds that really stick in you, because maybe they're a little bit true. Not as much as obviously these other people end up making it being, but for you, these old school ideas of success probably don't resonate now in this modern society, but maybe don't resonate with you and your goals and what you're trying to achieve. Why are we listening to things made up from old white men who have died fucking ages ago, who never had to deal with the fucking algorithm? And yet we are listening to them for advice, for knowledge, for wisdom, and for shoulds. So when we gaslight ourselves, because that's essentially what's happening, we are feeling like we're not enough. Even though you might be doing everything in your power, maybe not 24/7 because we are not robots, you are still trying your best. And that guilt, let me rephrase that shame that you are feeling, because it's not guilt. Yes, you're maybe feeling it from other people in the world, but guilt and shame, there is a difference. And I'm not your therapist. Even though I might be getting very in the weeds in this podcast today, I want to speak from one brand builder to another, one person to another, that this shame of not being able to juggle your life, your business, your family, your laundry, most people aren't doing it. And the ones who may be doing it all, or doing all the shoulds perfectly into a T, usually have the money, the help, or both. And if they aren't, they probably aren't. Let's be real there. They probably aren't doing what they may tout themselves to. But they want to show the others because that's what they should do. They want to show off what they've been able to maybe achieve, or at least perceptively achieve, because those are the shoulds that they're trying to quell both outside and inside themselves. And wrapping this all up, because you are listening to a personal branding podcast, aren't you? And why does this matter to personal branding, Zoe? You're getting very meta here. When you're showing up as yourself, or showing up as your professional self online, even in a small part, this opens doors to judgment. To people who have never met you, never will, passing judgment. But also people who you maybe have met in the past. Or maybe people you'll meet in the future. And if you're stuck on the shoulds, you will struggle to show up confidently. You will struggle to be there, and you will struggle to be there consistently. Because ultimately, as we say here at the Video Confidence Coach, it is not for you, it is for your customer. You are showing up for them. And if you are not doing it consistently, if you're not doing it confidently, because if you don't have confidence in yourself, no one's going to have confidence in you. Confidence doesn't mean being cocky. You're not being a peacock and showing yourself off. I mean, you can. And I think peacock is a nice flavor and look that's going to come back into style, hopefully. Being confident does not equal cocky, because it means you know who you are. You're secure in who you are, not who people want you to be. You're not letting the shoulds control your life, because hopefully you've done the work to move past that. And if you are in a situation where you are constantly being reminded of those shoulds, usually by people, but also by society at large, I do hope that you are able to get into a position where you can let go of those shoulds, let go of those unwarranted expectations, to help you have the space, time, and hopefully resources to be able to figure out exactly what you want, not what you're told to want. to really hone in and know and see your own goals, your vision of success, and your own timeline. For you to be able to build a brand and a business, or two different things, that fits your life and not the other way around. And when you are going on this journey of personal brand building, and yes, we are bringing it back in, your life isn't average. Your business isn't normal, and that's kind of the whole point. You're going on this journey to be this beacon of light for people who need to hear it. And to do that, you're going to have to, shush those shoulds. And you're going to have to keep building. You're going to have to keep doing, and you're going to have to be there consistently. Not for you, for your customers. And the better you do things, of course, the more that you do it and the more consistently you do it, the easier it is to build a life that you ultimately want, that you want to work for. And in those moments that you want to build the brand that you want, you can always find me, click the link below, always happy to chat. And especially even just have a cheap mic. You don't even need to fork over any money just yet. Thank you for joining me on the podcast today. Make sure that you rate us 5 stars on Apple Podcasts or Spotify Podcasts. We'd love to get the word out. And even though the podcast today was very meta, was very interpersonal, these things are going to impact you in business no matter what. I would love to say that they won't, but they definitely will. So I hope that this podcast has been a reminder for you to forego those shoulds. And if not, to at least start letting them go. Letting them dissolve into the ether, because they are not serving you. But your personal brand will. Thank you for listening or watching Unboring Your Brand. You can find detailed show notes with tools, offers, and episode transcriptions. Just click the first link in the description or go to vcc.training/podcast. Get involved and ask me anything about personal branding, video strategy, or just a friendly small business chat via my email, g'day@vcc.training. That is gday@vcc.training. The Video Confidence Coach would like to acknowledge and pay my respects to the Wadawurrung people of the Kulin Nation, the traditional custodians of the land on which I record my podcast. I pay my respects to their elders past and present. I stand with the traditional custodians of these lands in working towards a more equal future. Always was, always will be Aboriginal land. Look forward to me chatting at you next week, superstars.